All right, so this past weekend was the Highway 28 yard sale here in Mississippi. It goes from Magee, Mississippi to Laurel, Mississippi down Highway 28, obviously. We're going to check that out. We did get an early start, or at least a relatively early start for us. On a Friday morning, we dropped the kids off at school and then headed out. Unfortunately, there wasn't a ton of sales out, but we did go on into Laurel and check some things out as well. So let's check out this Highway 28 yard sale and let's find those fortunes. Let's go! All right, this is the first time we've been down to the yard sale, so we don't know what to look for, but we're pretty excited. Our first stop is a Mennonite church rummage sale, so let's see what we find. All right, so just checking out some of the stuff here. Didn't really pick a ton of stuff up, but we did find a few things. I wish I would have looked up that hammock from Mexico. That could have been cool. I did pick up those Doc McStuffin toys right there. I forgot to film at the end what we picked up, but I did get those. Quite a few things here, just kind of scanning and showing what's here. There's a few things I wish I would have went back and picked up, but I did forget to do that. I picked up this Lulu Bloom purse right here. Alright, so I passed on those skates, but I really wish I would have came back and looked up these two models. I've sold models in the past before and they've done really well, but definitely forgot to come back and get those. I guess that's just one of the things when you come by and film and then you come back through and look, you definitely miss stuff. Definitely got to get better at doing that, because definitely I think I missed some money on that table. Alright, so I did end up picking up that Chap shirt that I just passed, and I'm going to flip through these shirts and just kind of give an idea of what's there. I think if I'd had more time, I could have picked out 2 or 3 more shirts than what I ended up getting. We did end up picking up this Columbia shirt that's coming up, that one that I just passed right there. I think I'll go back to it. Yeah, picked that one up. Yeah, Columbia's not doing great anymore, but it still sells. And then I flipped through, and then there's a vintage Wrangler shirt coming up right here. You can see it. It's blue. It's got the pearl snaps. It's that plaid shirt right there. I picked that up as well. I think I paid a couple bucks each on those. Kind of flipped through these t-shirts just trying to see if there's anything here. I didn't find anything really. Picked up those shades right there that I just passed, and they already sold. Those were costless shades. I paid $1 for those. They sold for $30, so definitely a good deal.
Over here at school. So it was kind of busy this morning. We couldn't get here as early as we would have liked. Oh, they had something over there.
Alright, got to this next yard sale, and I don't know if it was a yard sale as much as it was just kind of stuff dumped out on the side of the road. But I did pick up this Daniel Bryan here. We do pick up wrestlers and action figures and things like that. Without even looking them up, we just kind of pick them up and hope for the best. I see these plush here and I'm hoping for maybe something vintage, maybe something from the 80s and 90s, but really nothing here. I just kind of flipped through a little bit, but not finding a whole lot. Then the shoes, I see these 1 pair or 2 pair right here, but these blippies, and I thought maybe, but they were really dirty and I really didn't know what they were and didn't want to take the time to look them up. Say it wasn't a whole lot going on at this yard sale. It was just kind of stuff. It wasn't stuff that needed work, I guess. In other words, shoes were there, but you had to clean them. There were some clothes, but they were like lower end brands and things like that. So not just a total loss, I guess, because I did get that one Daniel Bryan figure, but not a lot going on. All right, walking up to this yard sale, I've got my camera out, got it on the tripod, and instantly I get noticed, not for me, but just for what I was doing.
All
So
right.
that you hear this conversation.
Oh, I see what he got the YouTube.
That's right.
YouTube. Yeah.
Trying to, man, trying
Yeah,
to.
he got the YouTube, boy. I love that YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Boy, I watch it all the time. Yeah.
Look me up. Full House Finds.
Full house fight. All right. Yeah.
That's some neat stuff right there.
Fight. Yeah, I recognize that YouTube.
Metal bank. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Those are.
Because we got American pictures on there, and they got that one Harry Tornado.
Oh, you do watch then. Harry Tornado, yeah.
Yeah, see, I know.
How much you getting on the metal bank?
I'm gonna have to have 40 for it.
Okay. That's cool. Very cool. See anything, Mama? All right, y'all have a good day.
All right, there you go.
All right, on this yard sale, this is just another example of, not finding anything. There was a few things here that caught our eye, but just overall, nothing really going on. There's some pottery and things like that, but I really hate selling glassware. But I do like selling books and media, but I scanned these and just nothing that just jumped out at me. There's a few things that possibly could have been lotted together, but just wasn't in that mindset to do that. I found these Saints jerseys, but I think they had a pretty hefty tag on them. And then this Bud Light sign was pretty cool, but it was missing 2 pieces of it. There could have been some value there, but with it being damaged, I just didn't take the chance to look it up. Just some home decor, stuff like that. Nothing really that interests us to sell on eBay. And when I get right here, I do see a few things. There's some Coca-Cola stuff, but the price tags, again, were pretty hefty. Same thing with these jeans. Most of them were like $10 or $15 a pair. I think there was one that was like $20 a pair. So just really not the yard sale price to where you could buy it and resell it on eBay. So I had to pass on that, which is sad because I've really started selling jeans here lately, and I kind of enjoy it. So hopefully we pick up a few more things, but this yard sale's just been a bust, just nothing here. So yeah, on to the next one. We were getting close to Laurel by this time, and this was one of the last yard sales we stopped at on the way into Laurel. We got excited when we saw the new and packaged stuff, but most of this came from like Dollar General or Family Dollar, and they were asking half off of the sticker price for the most part. So it wasn't really a lot of profit to be made if you were buying it for yourself. There were some good deals, but just overall not a lot. I did find some candles that's going to be seen coming up, and I tried to cut a deal with them on those, but they just didn't budge. They said the lady who made the prices was away at another yard sale or something, and she was on her way, but I waited about 10 or 15 minutes and she never showed back up. I tried to cut a deal with them, but they just wouldn't budge. So you'll see those here coming up, and I thought if I could have got those, maybe I could have done something with them. I've sold candles before and they've done really well, but it just wasn't meant to be. Well, the Highway 28 sale seemed to be a bust, or at least on Friday it was a bust. But we ended up back in Laurel, and we're going back to Going Nuts. So, yeah, also known as the Plaza Bingo. So check this out. Let's see what's up. Other door. Yep.
This is actually
The bingo one, but I guess it's all kind of tied together, huh? Alright, so I shoot through this area here. I see some dishes and things like that. And even though really not big into glassware, I am into selling Cutco knives. So I know this is where they would be. And I look through these and just nothing there. But I was hoping for Cutco. I've got lucky before and found 1 or 2 pieces, but I never found a whole set. But you know, you got to look. If you're not looking, you won't find it. So you know, that's the job, right? Finding those fortunes. And Cutco is definitely the fortune when it comes to knives. So as I make my way through the aisle, I see the Christmas stuff here, and sometimes you can find some vintage ornaments or, you know, vintage plush, whatever, but just really wasn't finding anything. So I just kind of make my way through this and then around the corner, and I see some clothes and things, but I really, you know, not at this moment at least wanting to look at the clothes. If I thought there might be some vintage t-shirts or something, maybe, but you know, look at the glass case of this Fiesta camera here, catches my eye. I do look this up, but it just wasn't worth it. I think they were asking like 8 or 10, 12, something like that. I think it was selling for around 20, so it just wasn't there. And again, just not into selling glass, so pass on that. See this bin of dollar shoes, and you know, they were definitely dollar shoes. I did see 1 or 2 things that were maybes, but they either had like a stain on them or paint on them, or you know, they were tore up. I mean, it was really a dollar bin, and that's what I'm finding here is just dollar shoes. I guess it's, you know, if you didn't have any shoes, this would be a good place to come, but there's some Heelys without the wheels. Just really not finding anything. They do have a bin that I think is going to pop up here in just a second that has like dollar shirts and things like that, but I looked through that too and just don't have any luck. So yeah, there's those bins. So there's a few things that looked like it might have been good, but once I kind of went through them and pulled things out, it just wasn't a whole bunch. I was hoping to find like maybe vintage starter, champion, or you know, vintage t-shirt or anything just kind of old and in good shape that would have something on it that would make people want to get it, but no luck. So I go back to the shoes. Checking out the shoes here, I just kind of scan through them and see what's what. I do see a pair here and there that catch my eye, but once I looked at the price and looked at the condition, it just wasn't worth messing with. Overall, it's just shoes here were high. I mean, especially the shoes that were in good shape. I mean, of course, they had the dollar shoes, but there was nothing there. So anything that kind of looked valuable, they had it price marked way up, or they had it kind of behind the counter with the price marked up as well. Even things that may not have been worth anything, they still kind of had them marked up just because they thought they might be worth something. So I don't know if they're necessarily looking things up at this store, but they're definitely trying to do, you know, trying to make profit, which, hey, that's what it's about, right? Finding fortunes. They were definitely trying to do that, but, you know, just overall wasn't having any luck. I knocked this shoe off and I put it back, and I think more shoes fall as well. So, you know,
Back at
wasn't
the
having a good day
Salvation
with
Family
shoes.
Store. So let's hope for some good stuff. No expectation. Dig it? Okay, so far the Highway 28 sale has not been a great day. As we're headed back home, we do realize that maybe we just started the day too early as we stumble upon a big sale here at a house. Walking up to it, and there's vendors everywhere. So we're going to scout this out, check it out, see if we can't find some find of fortunes. And yeah, so I think this may have been at least a little bit better part of the day. So let's see what we can find here. Uh-oh. Hey. I don't know. I don't know. got some cool stuff for sure. All right, going to go over some of the stuff that we picked up on the Highway 28 yard sale. The yard sale did get better. I think we just got there too early as we were leaving, having to go pick our daughters up from school. We noticed a lot more sales. So, you know, we initially thought maybe it wasn't that good. But, yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. So we picked up 2 pair of cinch jeans. I did real well on the shirts. I picked that up. I think, you know, $20, $25 on those maybe. I paid $5 a piece for them. Picked up these vintage Levi's. They do have the big E there. And, again, $20, $25. Not 100% sure on these. I got to look them up and do a little more research. But I think at least $25 a pair. I picked up that Daniel Bryan figure. Not a lot. Maybe $5, $6, $10, something like that at the most. But I do keep those a lot of times and lot them up. So, going to hang on to him for a while. I got this Photo Gallery 10 out of a free pal at the Salvation Army, and only one of them were open, so I think maybe $15 for that. Picked up that Dragon Ball Z game right there at PlayStation 2. Comps are crazy. I mean, from $30 to $100, so I got to do a little more research, clean it up, and see what we got. I got that pink, I think that's Victoria's Secret's dog, and probably like $10 on that too, but it was only 50 cents, or maybe $1, I can't remember. Picked up this guy at a church sale, and I don't know what cartoon he's from. If you do know, let me know in the comments below, but I know I've seen him before, and I don't know, maybe $15 on him. Picked up this Columbia PFG shirt. Bought it for my son, but he didn't want it. So, you know, we paid $5 or $6 for it, so probably get $10 or $12, so we won't get much, but just get our money back. Picked up that Chaps button-up shirt there. It was brand new for $3, probably $15. Then picked up this vintage Wrangler Pearl Snap, probably $15 or $20 on that. I got this t-shirt, this Doc Brown, The Adventures of Doc Brown Funko Comics, probably $10 on that. Got this Super Chevy Memphis shirt, probably $10 or $15 on that. And then got this Jurassic Pops kind of cereal spoof shirt. Probably $15 on that as well. I've seen it on a few places. And then picked up these Costas shades. And I think maybe 30 to 50, something like that. I had to do a little more research to see which pair I actually have. But I think those will do real well. I paid $1 for those. So overall, it wasn't a home run. But we did pick up a few things that are pretty cool. So... yeah, so I picked up this as well. I got that GameCube case. It was empty. I wish it wouldn't have been because it's like a $20 game, but you see empty. But they gave it to me at Salvation Army because the game was missing. So I like to pick up those cases just in case. But yeah, overall, did okay. So yeah, maybe next year we can hit it a little later. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. What are you girls getting ready to do?
Garage sale.
Garage sale. What y'all raising money for?
Cars. Mini cars.
Mini cars.
Yeah. Last time we had them. I don't know if